Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video log is going to be part 2 of my autograph collection. This one is going to be the autographs I have in my binder. I had this binder laying around, and when I decided I needed to start making an autograph binder because I was getting so many autographs, I decided to use it just because I like the words on there. So anyways, this is my autograph binder, so let's get started. The first several pages is going to be more of my favorite artists. Like I said, I have a lot of autographs from her. I have 54 to be exact. So this one, I obtained these two in person at meet and greets at different times. This first one I had done last year at her show in August. Her Dance Like You Don't Give a Greatest Hits remixes. And this one I had done when I met her back in 2008. This is her album Family. This one I had done in blue Sharpie at one of my meet and greets. And this one I actually mailed into her. One of her older website fan clubs, you can mail in 2 things per membership a year. So I mailed this in back in 2008, and I got it back pretty quickly actually. And this is the album that has my favorite song, Strong, on it. And this photo right here, I actually bought at her concert when I first saw her for the first time back in 2004. I did not meet her that day, so this is technically my first official autograph I got of Leanne's. This next one I had done back in 2009 when I met her. This picture was actually signed at this meet and greet right here. So this was my 4th time meeting her. At Winstock, and I had her sign it at my 5th meet and greet. So each meet and greet photo I had her sign the next time I met her. So this is the 4th time I met her, and she signed this picture at this meet and greet. Now these are in order by meet and greets. The reason why we did number 5 is it was my 5th time meeting her, so I wanted to do something cool. And you can't really see it, but she tried to sign it in silver Sharpie right here, and it did not work out the way I thought it was gonna, so she just did it in black instead. So this one was signed at this meet and greet, and this one was back in 2011. On this one she was actually crying, and we were both kind of teary-eyed in this one, so this one is a really special photo. So she signed this one the 7th time I met her, which will be this one. And this one was in November of 2011. And then she signed this one at this one. This was the 8th time meeting her back in 2012. And again, like I said, I get all my meet and greet pictures signed just because it's more special for me. I feel that way. And these were all obtained in person. So this one was signed at this meet and greet, and this was the 9th time I met her back in 2012. And this one I had done in blue Sharpie as well. And this was meet and greet number 10. And we did a hug pose. And I had her sign that in red Sharpie at this meet. Well, actually, this is meet and greet number 12. I do not have number 11 in here. I actually have it on display still because she wrote something on there that is very dear to my heart that I want to keep on display. So I will show you that one when I make my next video of the ones I have on display. So this one is the 12th time I met her. But, like, one of the first times wearing my glasses. So this one I had signed. Actually, my friend obtained this one for me. I mailed this to my friend, and when she saw Leanne in concert, she had it signed for me then. That was the only one that I mailed in to my friend. The rest of these I obtained. There are a couple more I have on display that my friend did for me. This one I'm going to have to pull out. This is Country Weekly Magazine. The reason why I have this in here is because a good friend of mine put me in this magazine with my first meet and greet picture of when I met Leanne. And there's a little article describing my story and how much it meant to me to meet Leanne. Because we didn't think I was going to survive much longer, and it was my goal in life to meet her. So My friend pulled some amazing strings, and Leanne got a hold of it and took me backstage, and we talked for at least 20 minutes. It was the absolute best day of my entire life, and the day my dream came true. So this one I mailed in as well when she had her address for her fan club members. So this one I mailed in, and again, she sent this back pretty quickly. So this magazine is really special. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put that back in there, so I'm just going to set this aside right now. And this one, next one, was actually my sister's that she got at a concert, but she didn't want it anymore, so I inherited it. And this is actually my sister's personalized autograph. My sister got to meet her too with me, and again, she didn't want it, so I'm like, I'll take care of it for you. So that is the end of my autographs from LeAnn Rimes that I have in my binder. I have a lot more on display. Now we're going to be getting to the rest of my autographs I have. And the majority of these are country music. There are a few NASCAR drivers, but the big portion of this is all country music. So this next one is Rodney Atkins. I actually just got this one in July. I met him July 18th. In Minnesota at Lakefront Fest, and they had this picture that they were handing out, and I didn't know that as I had my own photo with me, but he was very nice, and he signed this one first. It says, Johanna, love, Rodney Atkins. And this is the first time I met him, and I had this with me as well, and he said, oh, I'll sign that too, sweetheart. So he signed that one as well. Which actually is a good thing, because when I met him at this concert, he was not signing any autographs at all. So I guess you could say he made up for it by signing 2 of them for me. And this was the one I got at his merchandise table when I met him at this show. So this was my first, I wouldn't say first, but this was the one I got at his concert. And this next photo is Preston Somerville, who... I'm a member of his street team. He sent me this photo when I bought his EP. He says, thank you for your support. He's a very nice guy. This next one, oh my gosh. As I showed in my TV Blu-ray collection how big of a Seventh Heaven fan I am. One of the actresses on Twitter a couple years ago was doing like a contest or something. We had to do something, and she would pick people to send a signed photo to. And I was one of them. So the actress who was doing it was Beverly Mitchell. And it was an honor to get a signed photo from her. And she put, Johanna, thanks so much for the support, Beverly Mitchell. And she actually gave me 3 of them. And she wanted me to send 2 of them out to friends. But I kept one of them. And so she sent me 2 pictures of this one that she signed. I kept one of them. And I did send another one to a friend who was a big fan of the show as well. And this next one is also an actor from Seventh Heaven. These ones I obtained off Twitter. This one I obtained from him, contacting him on Twitter. And again, keep your opinions to yourself. But this is Stephen Collins. I love what he wrote. To Johanna, hoping I'm the next best thing to LeAnn Rimes. Thanks for following and tweeting. Stephen Collins. So that is a very, very special autograph to me. As I have mentioned many times how big of a fan I am of Seventh Heaven. This next one I also got off of Twitter from Georgette Jones. It says, to Johanna, thanks Georgette Jones. This next one I think is a preprint, which kind of pissed me off. I joined Torba Keith's fan club to just try to meet him a couple years ago at a show. And this was part of what you got for joining. And it said autographed photo on the description. It didn't say preprint or auto pen. So when I got it, I'm like, oh, it's not really real. So that's kind of a bummer, but hey, whatever. It's a nice picture of him. But this next one is real. This one I got at his meet and greet when I met him. So he signed it down there. This next one I bought off of Richard and Southern's. It's a company that sells a lot of the artist's merchandise. So I bought this one from Matt Kennan. This next one I got at a concert when she played in my town at Cheese Curd Fest about 5 years ago. We could not get any photos with her as a storm was coming. She was only signing autographs. So, I mean, at least I got that, because I'd rather have the autograph over a photo, even though a photo would be nice as well. So this is from Danielle Peck. She put, to Johanna, love, Danielle Peck. And this next one I got from a friend who works at Winstock, and I couldn't go that year, and he obtained an autograph for me from Brett Eldridge. So that's pretty cool, and I left his post-it note on there. So these next few I kind of have mixed in. This one I have to take out. This is my Country Thunder pamphlet from a couple years ago, and I have 2 artists that signed it. This first one from The Farm, my favorite trio band. Nick, Krista, and Damien. And I met them after the show when they were signing. And then I also have, just let me find it, an autograph from Easton Corbin. He was signing autographs after his set on the runway, and I had VIP tickets. So I went up to the runway. I literally was sitting right by it. And he was the last one, I was the last one he signed for on the runway. So he signed that for me. And this is Thomas Rhett. This one I got from purchasing his album off his website. I love this album. I do not have a second one, as it is absolutely ridiculous. This next one I got actually coming back from Rodney Atkins' meet and greet line. I saw them signing after their set. I'm like, what the heck? So I bought this photo, and they signed it for me. Again, we could not take photos. They were only signing. So this is Gloriana. And this next one I got off of Twitter from the artist as well, the Jane Deere Girls. And this next one I got, again, from contacting the artist, from Michael Dean Church. It says, to Johanna, thanks for believing in me. Love ya. Michael Dean Church. And this next one, I got this photo with the t-shirt from Ash Bowers. He sent me, I asked him for a signed photo, and he said absolutely. And the shirt came as a surprise. So he wrote, Johanna, thanks, and God bless. And then he signed it right there. This next one I bought off of a contest on eBay that the Country Music Association was doing to raise money for kids in need. I'm like, yeah, what the heck, I'll buy a Josh Turner autograph. And I actually paid a lot for it. I wasn't expecting the bid to go up that high. So I think I paid at least $20 for this. So this one I bought. This one I got from the artist. Oops, sorry, I just dropped my remote. I contacted his secretary, and from Colt Ford. And this next one I got off of a contest as well. This is Josh Thompson. I have a few from him as well. And I also got this one off of a contest on Twitter. This one I obtained in person when I met him at the meet and greet. Thank you, Johanna, Josh Thompson. And this one I also got off of the contest. I'd rather be at a Josh Thompson concert, and he signed it there. This one I also got from Twitter, contacting the artist. This is Kelly Lynn Washington. Johanna, always follow your dreams. XO, Kelly Washington. My friend actually recommended me contacting her, so I did, and she was very, very sweet and sent me one. These next two are Kanan Smith. This one I bought his CD, and you got a signed photo with it, or a signed CD sleeve with it. This one I got from him, contacting him on Twitter. He sent it really late, actually, but that's okay. It was probably about a month late. But I asked if I could have a signed photo for my birthday. Not last year. Maybe it was last year. Yeah, it was last year. And he sent me one. So it says, Happy B-Day, Johanna, Kanan Smith. This next one, I think I bought this one too online from Richard and Southern's off of Bombshell. So I bought this one. I normally don't like to buy any, but when I would contact the artist, if I could have a signed photo, that's where they sent me, was to their web store. So this one I bought as well, the Carter Twins. These next few is also from the artist, Jason Jones. This one right here was from when I met him at Country Thunder after his show. To Johanna, thanks so much. And this is a CD I bought from him, and he signed it for me personally. And this next one I think I got at the show when I saw them back in 2009, the Lost Trailers. Only a few of them signed it. They all didn't. Oops, sorry, I just dropped my camera. Did not mean to do that. Alright, so these next few is from an artist who I love dearly, and I help support a lot. So she has sent me quite a few autographs. And this is Kelly Lynn. On this one she sent me, it says, Johanna, thank you for always believing in me. I'm blessed to have you as a friend, and your support, you rock. And then she signed it. And this is another signed one. This one I actually won off of a contest that she was doing with someone, and I was one of the winners, so I just got a signed picture. And this was my first autograph I got from her when I contacted her on Twitter when we just started talking. And she just put, to Johanna Kelly Lynn, thank you so much for your support and the date. And this next one she also sent to me as well. To Johanna, you've been so amazing to me in my music career. I'm so thankful to have you as my friend. I really can't thank you enough for everything. You're a sweetheart. Love always, Kelly Lynn. And she is such a sweetheart. I absolutely adore her. And here's a couple notes that she sent me. She sent me a birthday card and 2 letters. One from 3/5/13 and from 2012. Just a few little notes. I love her. She's an absolute doll. And this next one I obtained at a meet and greet when I met them 2 years ago. The band Perry. And I actually had the same photo for my friend, and I asked them backstage when I met them that my friend was out in the lobby and she didn't get a meet and greet and was wondering if she could have her picture signed, and they were really sweet about it, so they signed hers as well. So they signed that one for me. This one I actually asked on Twitter, and they sent me it, and I asked them if they could personalize it. So they put to Johanna right there, and then they all signed it. And this one I actually mailed to them. This was when I met them at Best Buy when they were doing their CD signings. This was the day their debut album came out. And I was like, is there a way I can send this to you? And they said, sure. And they sent me an address. And they sent this back immediately. I want to say it was within like 2 weeks. And they put, to Sweet Johanna. It's kind of fading, which is a little bit of a bummer. And they signed it in silver. You can see it better if I tilt it. But Neil, Kim, and Reed. And this next one I also got off of Twitter from the artist, Jordan Allard. And this next one I asked for on Twitter, and I waited quite a while for it. And I also I believe this is a preprint as well, which really makes me kind of mad. So it's Larry the Cable Guy, Get Her Done. I waited probably 2 or 3 months, maybe longer, for this. And I literally had to stare at it for quite a while. But I honestly think this is an auto pen, which really sucks. Like, really sucks. Alright, these next few are just ones I have mixed in. This one right here is from my favorite band, Trailer Choir, when I met them last year at Volksfest. There's Butter and Big Vinny. And here is The Lost Highway when I met them. And this was also what Trailer Choir signed for me when I met them for the first time back in 2010. So it was about 4 years later when I saw them again. And this is actually from my surgeon. She was drawing a heart when she was trying to do one of my open heart surgeries. And she signed the napkin. So I saved that. And this one I actually mailed in this one right here to Madonna Nash. And she wrote back, you are awesome, thanks a bunch. And I also wrote on this note, can you make it out to Johanna? And so she flipped it over and signed the back, so I thought that was cute. And this one I bought online, Terry Clark, Roots and Wings. And this one I also got from purchasing his album online. And I also have quite a few in here that I need to remove. Rodney Atkins right there, another one I bought from his albums. And Jody Messina. Sorry, I'm just like throwing my stuff everywhere. And this one I also got from buying his CD online, Rodney Atkins. So these next few, this one, I bought their album online and they signed it and sent me that. And this I got from the artist, Gannon Adams. He picked me as one of the winners of his contest he was having. And I have quite a few people in here, actually. Like Randy Houser. And this is Sarah Evans. And this one I got when I met Josh Turner at the meet and greet. I had him sign Punch-In Bag, so he signed that one for me. And this one I also bought, Strong Like Me. And that's Gannon Adams as well. Okay, this one I got. He mailed me this one from JT Hodges. And this is Luke Bryan from when I met him a couple years ago, and he personally signed it to me. And Big and Rich. Finally have their autograph. I've been wanting their autograph for a long time. And this is also from The Farm. They also signed this for me when I met them. And the band Perry, they had a Target exclusive. When you bought the CD off of Target, you got a signed album. Mine actually got lost in transit or something. It took quite a while for me to get that. This next one is Impulse. They're an a cappella band. They played at my high school a lot, so I had them sign a few things. So this is one of the CDs they signed. This is also the band Perry. This is the album I had them signed when I met him at the first time at their CD signing. And James Otto. And I also had another autograph in here. And I think it's also from Impulse. I don't know. And this is Court Carpenter and Susan Ann. It's going to take these out. It's probably easier to do it that way. And Trace Adkins. And this is Susan Ann. And this is Go Fish. They're a Christian group. When I met them, they signed that. And these are a couple from Kelly Pickler. This is from when I met her at my meet and greet. She signed this CD and also my shirt. And then signed a copy of her new album. And these next few are from my boyfriend. Jason Aldean purchased his copy of Night Train. He sent a signed one. This one was from when I met him the first time. He signed Wide Open. And I do think some of these are probably auto pen as well. His DVD Night Train to Georgia, it looks kind of like an auto pen to me as well, which kind of stinks. And My Kind of Party album. Okay, let's see how much further we got. I got so much stuff. And these next one, I'm going to show half because of my address. And these are from Amanda Joe. This one is from Amanda Joe. And this one is from Lily Nelson. And over here is from Joe Kenda. I actually contacted him on Twitter and he sent me a signed photo. I love Homicide Hunter. And this was just like a random postcard from Luke Bryan. That was an auto pen. And these are some more autographs from Billy Sidwell. So he sends me a lot of goodies. And this is all Billy Sidwell. This next one I got from a friend of Dale Earnhardt Jr. He actually spelled Dale Earnhardt Jr. You don't see that very often. And Casey Mears, Jimmy Johnson, and Jeff Gordon. People think this isn't real, but I think it is. I mean, because it shows the dates. But, I mean, it was supposed to be as a joke, but I kept it because it's Dale Earnhardt Jr. This next one I actually got from Tax Slayer. They sent me a signed hero card of Dale Jr. Again, all I had to do was contact them. This next one I actually got from the actual race car driver. I contacted him if I could have a hero card, and he signed it for me. So this is Eric McClure. And this is another one, I have this in backwards actually, that I contacted the driver last year, Josh Reeves, and he signed it. Sorry, my light is really in the way. But he signed it right there. And he also signed the back, or he wrote back here. And this next one I got also from contacting management. William Byron, K&N driver. To Johanna, thank you for your support. And I also got this one as a surprise from him not that long ago. And this one I contacted Smoky Snuff, and they sent me signed hero cards of Johnny Sauter and also Ron Hornaday. And again, this one I obtained from contacting the sponsor, Team Scuba, of Ray Black Jr. And this one my sister got when she met Greg Biffle, but she didn't want it anymore, so I have it. And then this one, a friend actually met Bobby Labonte and gave it to me. And this ticket I got in person when I met Dale Earnhardt Jr. back in 2007 from Todd Cleaver, Sterling Marlin, and Greg Biffle. And that concludes my autograph binder. Again, sorry it's really random and was really long, but I wanted to show you my collection. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have one more video to show you of the autographs that I have on display, and then I'll be showing a little bit more of my collection and probably do an overview. And then a friend did request I do another video about myself, an update on my condition, so I will be doing that as well. So thank you for stopping by my channel. Thanks for watching.